Hey guys, so I don't have any makeup on right now. I'm going to be taking you through my entire makeup routine today. It's pretty simple and I'm zoomed in a little extra close so you can see what I'm doing hopefully. But I'm just going to take you through my entire winter makeup routine, even though it's really just my everyday routine lately. It's not a lot of makeup at all, but I like how it looks. It's simple, it's so quick to do, and it's natural. I think everyone can kind of use the same products I'm using and make it your own, no matter your hair color, your skin tone. I think it's just a very simple routine, and all of the products I love so much and would highly recommend to you guys. So everything that I use in the video today, I will list in the description box, in the order that I use it. So hopefully you guys find that helpful. I'll link my earrings and my shirt if they're still available, which I think it might be, I'm not sure, but this shirt is so cute. I really like it. But anyway, let's get started. Before I do my makeup, I do have on some skincare. I actually used these this morning, which is my exfoliating pads. I love these so much. I've talked about them literally for the past 7 years on YouTube. But Dr. Dennis Gross exfoliating pads, I honestly only use them maybe twice a month, every other week, just because it's a chemical exfoliant. It's pretty strong. And even though my skin is so sensitive, I literally just used those 10 minutes ago before doing my makeup for the day and sitting down to film. So even though my skin is super sensitive, and that's the extra strength version, it doesn't make me go crazy. It just totally exfoliates your skin and makes your moisturizers go on so nicely, and especially your foundation. So I would highly recommend those if you're looking for a good exfoliant. And I would definitely suggest a chemical exfoliant, nothing abrasive on your skin ever. So after I use those, I use my eye cream and my face cream. I've been using these products for 7 or 8 years. You can even go back and look at old videos from 7 years ago, and I was talking about these products, literally. So I do switch up my moisturizers here and there. I love the Dr. Jart Water Fuse recently. I've been using that one. Well, I used it all up. I do try out other skincare products often, not all the time, but I always go back to the Caudalie Premier Crew. It's worth the money, honestly. I swear it really is. So for my foundation, I've been using the Dr. Jart BB cream. This is in the light shade. I just squirt it right onto my face. Not a ton. To use the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. It's a flat foundation brush. And I will also link the brushes that I use below if I can find them for you guys. But I just like to buff this in. I start really towards the center of my face. That's where I put the most of my makeup, on my nose, kind of right here where you have your biggest pores, around my mouth and nose where I get a ton of redness right here, and kind of right in the middle of my forehead. That's where I kind of build up most of the product, and then whatever is left on my brush, I'll kind of just work into the rest of my face, because you really don't need thick foundation covering your entire face, especially back to your hairline. So it actually makes you look younger the less makeup you have. Even if you have breakouts or scarring or anything, the less makeup you wear and you can see your real skin coming through, I honestly think you look better and younger than if you have a full coverage on your entire face. I really just think it can be very aging and just doesn't look good. Concealer, I've been using the Urban Decay All Nighter. I think it's called All Nighter, yeah. Waterproof full coverage matte concealer. I have the shade Fair Neutral. They have so many shades in this. I think they even have multiple fair shades, but this is the neutral one. I think they have a warm one. I don't even know, but you just need 2 dots. I'm not even kidding. This stuff is intense. So I'll put 2 dots here and right under my nose, because I get quite a lot of redness under my nose. Not all the time, but I had been trying a different moisturizer and it had some kind of acid in it, and it really made my skin super red, so I stopped using it and went back to the Caudalie. But this stuff is very pigmented. You don't need a lot. I like to just kind of work it right into the tear duct area right here to brighten it up, and then kind of bring it upwards to lift the eye. By the way, I have eyelash extensions on right now, and I have to say I'm not a fan of them at all. I feel well, one, they're a little bit high maintenance, which I kind of don't like that. But also, I feel for the price, they're so natural looking. Even though I enjoy, I guess, more natural looking makeup, I want my eyelashes to be more dramatic and longer and stuff. I just think I can get a much prettier look using just regular, the Ardell lashes that I've been using literally my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't think I will get them again, but just in case you like thought I had on mascara or anything on my top lashes, only obviously, it's eyelash extensions. I know you can get more dramatic ones, but I asked for like the volume ones, I think they were called, and which are supposed to be like, I don't know, more dramatic or I don't know what. I just feel like it doesn't really like look like anything. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of the eyelash extensions. I'll probably end up just gluing on my strip ones. Okay, so that is the concealer. I love this stuff. If you haven't tried it yet, I mentioned it in my favorites video recently because it's so thin but so high coverage. It doesn't like settle in your fine lines, and you only need a teeny bit. So this, I would imagine, is gonna last for like at least a year probably, because I just barely dot it on. I have my Benefit Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer. I have it in the light shade. I think they make a couple shades of this stuff, but I just take it and I put a couple dots on my eyelids. It kind of like evens out the tone of your eyelids since they're naturally pretty red, or mine are at least. It kind of neutralizes them, but also creates a nice base so my eyeshadow won't crease. Obviously, because it's an eyeshadow primer. This has been talked about for like forever on YouTube, but this is actually a new purchase for me. I mean, I had it years ago, but I repurchased it recently because I missed it, because it was just my favorite palette of all time, the Urban Decay Original Naked Palette. So I repurchased it and I've been using it for probably like 5 or 6 months straight. I just love it. It can create every look I want to create, like very, very natural to a smoky eye, and all of the tones work. There's cool tones and warm tones, so you need to get this if you haven't purchased it recently, or you just forgot about it since it came out so long ago. The main color I use is actually just the matte brown color, which is called Buck. I use it for the majority of my eye, just on a blending brush, and just work it into my crease. It's literally all I do. I'm not using like a transition shade or anything like that. I'm really just giving my eye definition. It's the same shade, Buck, matte brown, and I just drag it underneath my lower lash line, basically on the outer half of my eye. I don't bring it into like the tear duct area. I just do like the outer half of my eye and connect it up with the my upper lid. Then I will take a flat shader brush like this, and I will pick up a shade just to kind of lightly sweep all over my lid. Use Toasted, which is this shade right here. It doesn't really give a ton of color. It just kind of gives a very slight bronzy shimmer without looking like too gold or anything. It's kind of like a brown mauve, and it just looks natural and pretty. Very last thing I do is a highlight, and I use Sin, which is the second shade. It's just a really pretty pinky, champagne kind of highlight color. A little bit under my brow bone. A little bit in my inner corner. Using the NARS Larger Than Life Long Wear Eyeliner, and this is just the Via Veneto I think it's called, which is just their very black one. I had to put the NARS eyeliner on my waterline, and that's it. I'm not putting anything on my upper lash line. I just did the eyeliner off camera, but now I'm gonna do my last step on my eyes, which is my mascara. This is the Grandiose Extreme by Lancome. I think the best mascara ever out of all of the mascaras I've ever tried. This one is the best. If I didn't have on the eyelash extensions, I'd obviously do my upper lashes. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on my bottom lashes. But yeah, I just put the mascara on, and also if I didn't have on the eyelash extensions, I would put on my false lashes, which I wore in, I think, my last video, and a lot of people were asking about them, which is just the Ardell Demi Pixies. I've mentioned these a million times. Ardell has so many lashes, but these are the best ones, I promise. And I will try to find the exact link to these because they're honestly the best. They look natural, but they look dramatic. Best of both worlds. My eyebrows just do not grow in this area. That's just how I was born, you guys. Please stop leaving the hate comments. I can't, there's nothing I can do. Like, the hair literally doesn't grow there. But I've thought about the micro needling, but I don't want it. I don't like the look of perfect looking brows anyway. I think it can look very fake and drawn on, and I'd rather have bushy brows or look like I need to pluck my eyebrows than have like perfectly tattooed looking eyebrows. I just don't think that looks nice. The Becca bronzers are so good. They're powders, but they go on like cream, like an airbrush almost. And I use the Real Techniques, just like a blush brush, which I think I will link this one below if they still make it, which I think they do, because it's just so fluffy and so nice. I just dip it in the bronzer. This shade I will link below, sunlit bronzer area where a lot of people contour, basically just underneath your cheekbone. Then I bring it up into my hairline, into my temple. I just kind of connect it all. It's basically just gonna give me an overall glow and make me look not so white and harsh like I naturally am, like on this side. And I'll also take some of the bronzer and I will go like under my chin a little bit and bring it down onto my neck, just to kind of make sure my face doesn't have too much color and then the rest of my body doesn't. Then if I'm going to highlight, which I don't always highlight, but when I do, I use this Dior, the Dior Nude Air Luminizer. Best highlight ever. This is the only highlighting product I actually own anymore, which is crazy considering how oversaturated the highlighting market is. This is the best highlighter ever. Comes in 2 shades, I think, like a more golden one, which is the one I originally purchased, but it didn't look that great on me, so I ended up getting number 2, which is this one, the just Nude Air I think is the color. It's more of like a champagne pink. Comes with a little Dior like kabuki, and I will actually use that. It's just really cute. And when I highlight, all I really do is this area, just very ever so slightly. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, maybe not. It basically looks like your actual skin is glowing. It doesn't look like extremely frosty. And I'll also put some on my finger and just put it like right down the center of my nose right here. And even on my Cupid's bow sometimes. I don't highlight every day, but it can look really pretty. So check out this highlighter if you want like the best. I have been using this like rosy colored one by Tarte, and I will just use a cosmetics like blush brush. Just because this is a pretty natural looking pink, if I feel like I just want a little bit more color, which isn't all the time since I do put the bronzer on my cheeks as well, but I'll just kind of smile. That's pretty much the majority of my makeup. My lips change sometimes, not all the time, but I'm usually wearing something natural and pink looking. Today I'm gonna use my Revlon, the Matte Balm. I love these, I've been talking about them for so long, but this is like one of my favorite shades. I like it because it's kind of matte, but it's not fully matte where it dries out your lips or looks drying or anything, and this shade is just really, really pretty. So I'll just kind of dab it onto my lips. And kind of just, and then I'll just kind of like use my finger to rub it in a little bit. Really pretty, a natural looking pink kind of color. And I like that it's not too shiny, but not drying either, and it's drugstore. So I just had to empty my memory card because it was totally full. And now I'm filming my end result. So this is my makeup when I'm all finished. Just put my lipstick on. I will, again, like I said, mentioned before, list everything that I used on my face today in the description box, so you can check there for more information on the products, the shades I used. If I forgot to mention anything, I will make sure to list it all there for you guys, along with my earrings and my shirt. By the way, if you like these earrings, they are real gold. They were a Christmas present. I had been wanting them for so long. If they're not currently on sale, wait for them to go on sale, you guys, because they are ridiculously expensive, but they always go like 30 to 50% off. I got them when they were 50% off. Well, I told my mom to buy them when they were 50% off. And I love them because they're very lightweight and I just like them. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you soon with that very personal Q&A I wanted to do. Well, it's pretty personal. I think I'm gonna go more into detail about like my life and my health and things like that. But I hope that you enjoyed my everyday makeup routine. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I think that's all I wanted to say. So thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.